A little disclaimer before the video. If you hear my voice get lower, it's because I didn't realize I was talking while the mic was bent backwards in a way. So just wanted to let you guys know that's what's happening. It even happens in the outro. So I'm gonna say this for an outro. If you guys did enjoy the content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. No, please go ahead, tune in. Hello everybody, my name is SupremeSpectre, and today we're going to be playing Rec Room. We're going to be seeing, a couple games and see if they're interesting or not, because I still haven't investigated the full front of the game, so I'll get back to you as soon as I find one game that we can play. Okay, I found a game. It's called the Stanley Parable. I remember, I remember when I was younger, I used to just watch YouTubers play this game. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why did he do that? Okay. Well, begin. Okay. The end is never the end is never the end is loading. The end is what? The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never recommended height. Hey, I'm pretty tall. Unless they're talking about the VR section version. Why am I so dark? Hey, is that me
This is
moving?
the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That's not...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the long time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I didn't get a chance to step out the office. Okay, I want to read it. The end is never the end is never, 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 the end is never. Can I pick it up? Rec room marker. So I had a very boring life. Back here, nothing. Just pushing buttons all day. I wonder if any of those
All of
buttons
his
were fired.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It was a day off. And he just showed up there. This must be the office. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is loading. The end is never. I like that version better. Because it says the end is loading. The end is never. Okay, there's a blockade here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. Why do I want to go to the left door just because the announcer said it? I think Stanley needs to make his own choices here and go to the right door. But I ain't gonna make him mad. I ain't gonna make him mad. He went to the left door. And the door's shut, so there's no chance of returning my answer. Oh, my feet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But I'm Stanley. Why can't I take the chance to think? Why can't I just go home? Like, no one else here, so they all took a day off, right? Oh yes, my feet feels way better. You know that feeling when your feet just tenses up and then like you can't move it at all? Yeah, that's what I just felt, but now it's fine now. Do not I okay, I guess it says do not enter. I guess that's what it's supposed to say. Do not enter without consulting a whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager. There's a lot I don't know about this type of workforce. I think some of this is just rec room nonsense. Using the sliders to assure employees that everything is okay and make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some B-level, Bevel, throw some Bevel on a, wow, I'm trash, Bevel on all the text. This will assure a calm and productive workflow. What to do? What do people want? I don't care too much about that. Okay, let me just go. The broom closet. The broom closet. It actually has a closet. You see my dude looks? He looks pretty cool. He's new. I changed him up so he can look more appealing to me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But I don't even want to see my boss. I'm just trying to, wait. I can't jump either. Every time I jump, it goes down. Fine, I'll do what he says for the moment. Cause I ain't trying to mess. I want to go the other way. What would happen if I just keep going downstairs? Redness. Ooh, I thought that was something. Red light means stop. Whoa. What was that? So I went downstairs. I disobeyed him. So what happens now?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
Ooh.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I have a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow, what a scumbag. I didn't even call for help. I needed some help. So that's what happened. Because if you didn't know, I had to go real quick and then I just came back and then I let the whole thing play. Don't know if I'm going to let you guys see it while I'm not there or just see this version. Because I think I explained it, so I don't know if I should let you like see it. You're probably not going to see it because like, that's going to make the video even longer. Okay, we're going to change our directions this time. We're going to do different things. So we're going to speed run. Actually, I'm just going to click to where we actually...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What? So many choices to choose from now. We just branched a whole nother outcome. So should I go to this door or should I go here?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But I didn't. I went to a whole nother area without even knowing. I didn't know that was an actual thing. So now where am I going? Am I going back to the ground?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
What? He wanted. I didn't want to do anything. I just took a random detour by an accident.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
What?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
He's flipping through the pages to see where I'm supposed to go.
Now, let's see. We went
This is
down
incredible.
right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What if I get ran over going that way, actually? Like, actually? Oh! There's a whole walkway over here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
No, I don't want to close my eyes.
We just have to get back to, oh. Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Wait,
And this
come
time,
on.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Wow. Well, that's one ending. Alright guys, so this
All of his
time
co-workers were gone.
we're gonna
What could it
go
mean?
all the ways
Stanley decided to
he
go to the
wants.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait,
Wait a minute.
What? No.
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game
Where
over,
did we
completely
go?
fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh no. Alright. So we're gonna pick a room. We gotta pick a room, guys. That's a lot of stuff there. Nothing over there. Alright, we're gonna pick this room. We're gonna pick this room because it has a whole TV in there. Wait a minute. These rooms are connected together. Wait, what does this room go to? This room goes to this room. These two rooms are connected to go to this room. And then if I keep going...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Not yet. I know I wasn't ready yet. It's crazy because we had made up a plan to go every way that he wanted, and then we couldn't do that exact thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now there's no doors there at all.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
That's what I'm saying. There's a whole ladder here. Wait a minute, what? There's a room door open over here. On this side. I guess we're going to that room eventually. See, there's like a room open on that side. But if I, there's really nothing to look at. Oh, see? I thought that was a body.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
I don't remember these blue floors.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What? How are we gonna do that? We keep seeing random stuff every single time. This is not it. There's no door. Announcer, I'm actually kind of sorry for not following directions. You were definitely the right one.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this
Same.
a story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Same.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Wow.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Man. That's crazy. That is crazy. We have done so much just now. Where did my phone go? Oh, there it is. The Stanley Parable Adventure line. Wow, he even gave me a whole line to follow. You gotta move your face. You gotta get on this side. And you're not following directions either.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Wow.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
What if I took like random detours within the line? Wait a minute. That's not even the right way. What if I just went? Come on, we did. We said we're gonna follow directions this time. We said we're gonna follow directions this time. Well, you never know what could be over there. Okay, fine. We'll do what you say.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
That makes
Onward,
no
Stanley,
sense.
to destiny.
There's a whole other way over here, though. Okay, never mind. What if the line just suddenly disappear while we're trying to, like, look at different things? Hold on, let me just see if there's anything in this corner. Okay, nothing. Cause, like, I'm an adventurer, so I like to look at everything instead of missing some things. Like, especially if I'm playing, like, a storybook game, like a Lego game, for example. I try to get everything that I can.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? What is that? Like a bunch of question marks. Okay. I can't even jump that one. Was following the direction that he laid out the right way? adventure needs to be A1, right? Where are we going? What? That makes no sense. There's two lines. Where does this line come from? What? Well, we didn't even come from this area, did we? I'm getting slightly confused. So we did the twisting and turning. Okay, that's what it was. I wish I could run.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
He's trying to make landmarks or like things, because we could be going through a time paradox or something like that, or we're just like seeing random stuff change as we go along. So he wants me to remember this. 3 different plots. Hair like Goku tree. Got it. You better not change.
Wait, what? We're back
Why?
at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No. There's even a line over here. Oh, wait. Didn't I go through this door? I did go through this door. I went through this door from this way, I guess. And then this is the right way. Alright, yeah, because I haven't seen that one before. And we're back here.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay, he is getting peed off. I kinda can't even end the gameplay until I can actually end the gameplay, because I don't even know if I try to do it again, will it be the same thing? Announcer dude?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
No cap.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Now we're talking. Stray away from the path and create your own destiny.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I want to go to
wild.
McDonald's.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to be a YouTuber.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Bro, this kind of makes me want to watch the whole story again, because I watched Corey Kenshin, if you didn't know. And he played this game like years ago. And I kind of forgot what the game was, bro. I feel like watching it again. is this room?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important
Yes.
we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that
Wow.
each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant
I've been
ending?
playing for 19 minutes.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how
The
all
narrator's
this goes?
gone.
It's all
And I
determined?
die.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Break the
whatever it
cycle.
is that made this schedule? How would we even
Find the
know?
line.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
What happened? This is so weird. It's weirder than I remembered. Yeah, I really want to go watch it again. Bro, my feet got locked up again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, if it does the same stuff as the first run through, then I'm just gonna end it here and call it a game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I think that's it. But I'm gonna go this time. This for the last time I'm gonna go and follow his direction this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I never get a chance to follow his instructions, so I'm gonna go to his instructions this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
New room territory. Executive bathroom? Imagine having an executive bathroom. Whoa, I opened the door. Useless text. I don't get trapped in here, right? I am the most expensive boss. Dude, there's more sections. Oh my gosh, dude.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where is the newly opened passageway? Where? Oh, there it is. Sit down in that chair. We get up. There's more. What? This is supposed to be over already. We didn't even. Oh. This game is something different. It's different when you're watching a YouTube play a game.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah, it's like when you're watching a YouTube video about the YouTuber making its choices in the game, and then you play the game and you make your own choices in the game, and it makes it different. I mean, I don't know if I'm freaking the same.
Stanley
choices.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there's a door that says escape. I want to escape, right? And the door is shut. Just click the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Click.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Can I click it again? No.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Alright. Oh my gosh, dude.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So press 1, 2. I think 3's up here. Oh no, this is 4. 3's over there. Five. Three. Four. Five. Nothing. Big red button. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What happened? My character's black now. Like, he's completely black. And I don't know what to do about that. So everything's dark. I still didn't get a chance to end the video yet.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I didn't know how to feel about that one. Like, we're free, but there was still options that we could have chosen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I'm sorry.